Heyo, welcome. You want to see a service dog and their handler run? First things first is I gotta get my dog geared up for a winter run. This is actually difficult to me. It causes jolts in my head whenever I'm bent over in this position here. I'll raise you your tactical heel and center position for an easy position to manage a dog and get a jacket on. Shout out to all the parents that put snowsuits on children. I think this would be a lot harder than what I'm doing right now. I have to go fast but accurate because I can pass out while doing this. Normally I don't pass out because I manage my electrolytes well, but it still hurts, causes painful jolts into my brain. I used to think that was because I was fat. I didn't know what this condition was. Now we're adding his service dog vest. I honestly wish I could run without gear like this on him, but without him being identified. In Canada, there's no real strict law that says that the dog doesn't need to be identifiable in gear. Typically use this vest for high performance work for me, carry electrolytes and medical information. During your warm-up period, you want to give your dog a chance to both pee and poo. They're going to need to do it, especially the males, on a run, but you want one before you start running. We do our best to avoid salt while we're running, and when I look at the road here, I'm like, oh, okay, let's see if I can make this a bit safer for him by going and running onto the street where there's no salt. Unfortunately, Gohan hates this because he's trained to find the sidewalk, and you'll watch him do it right here. Sidewalk awareness is one of the primary puppy skills that I teach for foundation work, and you can see it coming out here. I originally had the clip running under his harness and vest, but now I wanted to put it over so it would be better. Now we're waiting to run across the McDonald Bridge in Halifax. It's one of his favorite places to run. Honestly, you're gonna see why it's such an awesome place for anyone to run. You do have to pay attention, but what I like about this bridge is that you have a lot of time to see who's coming up around you. Now, you're gonna see something really beautiful here. This view is pretty much one of the favorite things for locals. And when you're hitting that runner's high and everything around you is just gorgeous, yeah, you can see it.
Hike!
Now you see the hike command in action, gain more speed. It is probably so much fun. I love it when he looks back at me like that. I also want to apologize for the quality. I don't have a chest mount yet, and I was just focused on trying to keep him in frame, not keep it still. Now you're going to see him really run right past someone, and I'm going to emphasize this skill as this video goes on. By the way, pick up your dog's poop, please. This dog is going to need poop and pee breaks, and I train him to not do that on the bridge. I would recommend you doing that as well. And I have a disorder, again, that makes picking things up painful, so if I can do it, you can do it.
Get ready, Kunos!
Now, I get my dog to bark here, for instance, or if there's a reactive dog, it gives them notice, and it makes other people aware that we're running by. I find even if I make a lot of noise, people don't hear us until we get real close. Think of announcing myself like a biker ringing their bell.
Behind you! Thank you!
Little spring garden action if you're from Halifax, you know. More demonstrating moving past pedestrians. Now we're hitting the Halifax Harbor. If you're not from here or you're not familiar with Halifax, it's quite the beautiful sight. It's not going to be that busy for us right now, but normally this area is. So if your dog is reactive at all, I wouldn't recommend running in this dense of a place. I've mentioned in other videos, this is actually cross-training for service work. It's higher octane, but he still needs to avoid and ignore the public. Although I call this running, this is actually canicross, where my dog and me are working together to navigate obstacles. I really like how much he's learned to avoid people. He takes his job real serious. And I'm going to show you some beautiful shots here. Again, I apologize. I'm going to work on keeping this camera steady or getting a better chest mount, but I do okay here. So what a beautiful morning. I'm telling you, running it with your dog feels amazing. Now we're heading back to the bus terminal. And I can tell people get a little freaky sometimes, but that's why I want to demonstrate that you can do this safely.
Good boy!
Now I'm checking his ears and feet for signs of frostbite, but everything feels nice and good body temperature. Where I live, in order to run reasonably, you need a lot of layers, but I'm actually caked in sweat after this 7.5K.
All the way, settle.
So I'm not planning on waiting outside for food.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I like how happy my dog is right now. Sometimes rolling over can be a sign of distress, but not in this circumstance.
Do you want pets?
This is a dog. He deserves a lot of pets for how good he was.
Do you want me to pet you?
Do you guys think he was good? If you've watched this far, do you think Gohan's a cute boy?
Oh, but I'm petting you.
Do you think he's a handsome
petting
man?
you.
Do you think he deserved all these pets?
You did good. Do you
I
want
think
pets?
he deserved all these pets. Do you have a service dog or a dog you're looking to train to do this kind of work? Now we're getting on the bus. You're gonna see how I manage him and put him into a tuck. I always recommend tucking your dogs because it's really easy for people to step on them or hit them with things. I don't normally put him in the opposite direction, so I'm gonna adjust him to the way I'd like to have him. I like him being able to see who's coming on, so he's less likely to be startled or surprised. Right now, I'm just giving him lots of love. Somehow I look 13 and 38 years old at the same time. And here's exactly why you want to tuck your dog, because other people are bringing other disability aids onto the bus. I used to sit on the back of the bus, but when he would get up, no one would notice him because he's so good at chilling out like this that I would startle a bunch of people. Anyway, we're heading home now, so have a great day. Peace!
Thank you.